This meditation is an opportunity to sit back, relax, and take a moment to embrace change. Change, a complicated thing that we all must endure. Change is an inevitable part of life that has been with us since the day we were born and will be with us until the day we die. The very nature of life is to change. However, change seems to be one of the most uncomfortable things for us humans to embrace. But guess what? We have the power to change that about ourselves. Let's give it a try. First, let's take a moment to find a comfortable spot to sit or lie down where we will not be disturbed. As we take a few deep breaths, let us clear our minds of anything that has been holding us up today. It's okay to take a break from thinking of whatever you've been thinking about. It's okay to take 10 minutes to just relax and unwind. Now picture the number 10 in bright yellow in your mind. Once you can see it clearly, change it to the number 9, then to an 8, then to a 7, then to a 6. Now let's change the color of that number to a beautiful blue and turn it into a 5. Now a 4. Now a 3. Now a 2. Now a 1. Take a deep breath as you watch the number 1 in your mind dissolve into a pink cloud of smoke. And exhale as the smoke dissipates and leaves you with an image of a sailboat on a calm, giant lake. As you watch the sailboat slowly drift by, you can't help but notice the beautiful clouds up in the sky. You observe them as they change from one form to another. Just as soon as you start to identify what the cloud form is becoming, it shifts into something completely different. What a magical show the sky puts on for us every moment of every day. Never has the sky ever been the same. Moment to moment, it changes. As each moment passes, it becomes even more mystical than the moment before. And so do our lives. When we try to hold on to a moment, it seems a new moment is making an entrance and taking its place. Sometimes this creates anxiety within us. Why can't things just stay the same for a little while, you might ask yourself. Sometimes life seems like a difficult challenge. And when we finally find that elusive moment of peace from the struggle, we just want to hold on to it as long as possible. It's in those moments it's important to take a snapshot with our mind and file it away in our soul, so that when we come across a moment of chaos, as we inevitably will from time to time, we can pull that snapshot out and recall that feeling of peace and satisfaction and let it wash over us. When we can do that, it's as if we have jumped across time into that moment we held so dear. If only long enough to jolt us out of the frenzy we were whipping ourselves into, we will reclaim that moment, and it will serve us in the present by shifting our mindset and recentering us. It is with a calmer mind that our ability to withstand change and deal with situations we might not choose that we can rise above and meet each moment with grace, strength, and our higher selves may emerge. After all, life is a string of changes that creates the fascinating story of our lives. If nothing changes, nothing changes. And I bet right now you could think of at least 5 changes you would like to see happen in your life within the next week. Sometimes we look at change as a bad thing, but sometimes we embrace it for the gifts it has to offer. What if we could look for the gifts all the time instead of fearing the unknown that change can sometimes present? They say you will find what you're looking for, so let's look for the gifts. Sometimes the gifts may take a while to appear. Something changes in our lives and we see it as a troublesome thing. But then later down the road, we come to discover that it was a camouflage gift waiting for the right time to bless our lives with its goodness. Can you think back to a time when that happened in your life? I bet you can. And that is just proof that this is indeed how it often works. So as we see change coming at us, we need to have faith that if we do not see the blessings, it doesn't mean they're not there. It just means that we need to be open to the blessings for them to appear. If you were going to watch a movie and you already knew who did what and how it all happened, you probably wouldn't be too interested in watching it, would you? It's the same with our lives. If you knew everything that was going to happen in your life, that would be pretty boring. So you see, change is actually a spark of excitement in our lives. It keeps things interesting, allows us to grow, and provides us with challenges that create new ideas and take us on journeys we didn't even realize we could go on. It is the catalyst for blessings to appear. Each of our lives are a blessing unto this world, unto each other, and also a blessing unto ourselves. Blessings are hiding around every corner, just waiting for us to spot them so they can unfold in our lives. But we must keep our mindset out of the gutter and lift it up in abundant expectation. A moment is born every second. Every second a moment is dead. So we must learn to embrace each moment and absorb it for all that it is, because change is coming around to bring us a new moment. It's a lot like the weather. If you don't like the way it is right now, wait a second. It'll change. Change is the lifeblood of this existence. And like all things in this existence, it's how we perceive it that gives it its worth. Perspective is everything. So the next time change is coming and you don't like the way it looks, you have a few options. You can start looking for the blessings instead of fearing what you believe is on the horizon. Or you can realize that change also changes and step out of time and into your mind, pulling up a memory of the feeling of a time you thought was better, until that change changes into something more pleasant. Or you can sit with it and watch it unfold like watching a movie and enjoy the ride as you passively wait for it to pass. Or you can embrace the change, put your mind to work and affect the change, making it something more to your liking. You have that power, you know. If things aren't going your way, you can step up and step out to change the situation by calling on your higher self. Your higher self is always within you, waiting to be called on. This means putting aside your preconceived notions, putting aside your ego and pride, and calling on your internal wisdom that knows all. When you do this, you will find the right words, the right actions, and the right perspective to create change amongst the change, thereby shifting the course before you to a higher plane where everything goes your way. We often get so bogged down by our own humanity, we forget that this is an option. You can become your own hero. Don't let change trip you up anymore. It's not there to cause you to stumble. It's there to lift you higher. You simply need to see it for what it is. It's an inevitable part of life that carries us through on the most exciting journey. It is there teaching us by example that every moment is a gift and should be lived to the fullest, for it will change immediately. When we can live in each moment fully, we can fully experience our special gift of life to the fullest. And seeing how life is fleeting seems like a good idea to take advantage of every moment we are blessed to have. As you grow older, you will likely notice how time seems to move faster and faster and faster. Time is just a construct. It's the moments that count, not the time. As we close out this moment, let us take the time to imagine a bright light beaming down on us from the cosmos. As this light falls upon our heads, it changes from a blinding white light to a warm golden glow. We feel the warmth as it enters our body, lighting up each one of our cells. Now imagine that this light is filled with a blessing tailor-made just for you, with where you are in your life at this very moment. It is filling you with everything you need to embrace the changes upon you and those changes heading your way. This golden light is gifting you with the clarity to evoke your higher self and take on each day with a boldness unique to you, and with the power to shape your world just as you wish it to be. Going forward, change is your friend, your guide, your strength. Change will take you from where you are to where your dreams lie. Climb aboard the change train. Next stop, your every wish coming true.